Two contenders for the championship realize that they must become the gatekeeper for the other in order to reach glory themselves. What am I talking about? Of course, I'm talking about the Capcom Pro Tour. We are at the final offline qualifying event for the Capcom Pro Tour. We already have 9 other qualifiers. This will be the 10th for the offline CPT season. However, throughout the season, the majority of the players that have qualified for the Capcom Cup have, of course, come from the World Warrior online qualifiers, region-locked online tournaments for players either compete in the regional finals and win a bracket there to qualify, or qualify by accumulating the most points over a series of 5 tournaments in their region. 10 players come from the offline circuit, and 38 players come from the online region-locked events. We are nearing the end of the season, and all we have left is a few more online qualifiers for region-locked tournaments. And therefore, Kings of the World, the next offline event here, is the final offline CPT qualifier and the final chance for players to get their practice in and to earn their qualification spot. And where is it? Of course, it's located in bright and sunny London, UK. Everyone just wants to show up there this time of year and enjoy the fine offerings of the region. Beans on toast and cold, rainy weather. What isn't there to love? And this draw has pulled in many of the best players from around the world to compete in this event for the championship spot and the spot into Capcom Cup. And like I mentioned before, we are running out of opportunities. In fact, for many of these players, this is their last opportunity, because do you remember that thing called an LCQ, a last chance qualifier, a staple of the fighting game pro circuit scene for quite some time, not just for Capcom Cup, but for pretty much every pro tour? Well, did you remember how hype it was and how much people loved enjoying the explosive action that happened at the tail end of the season, right before the final event, where all the players who failed to qualify duked it out in one last explosive showdown? Well, that no longer exists. It's canceled. Get used to it. It's gone. For some reason this year, there is no LCQ. I keep seeing people who are expecting these players to have one more shot to qualify. That is not the case. For many of these players who did not either qualify in their World Warrior region or did not make it into the regional finals for the region, this event, Kings of the World, is the absolute last chance they have for the CPT season. Their CPT season will either end after this event in a qualification or in disappointment. And because it's also the tail end of the season, interestingly enough, this is the event that has the most number of attendees that are already qualified for Capcom Cup. We have 8 players in this bracket who are actually already qualified for the Cup. They might be attending now just because it's good practice, get some reps in before Capcom Cup, which is coming up in March. But a lot of them, they also just booked their flight and ticket for this event long ago because they didn't know if they're going to be qualified or not, because this is the last chance to qualify. So we have major contenders such as, Lex, Christy CH, players like Killzyou, MenaRD, of course, and the Evo champion Punk. And Punk, for his first round, or one of his first round matches in pools, is actually going up against UK's finest Aki. No, not Broski. I'm talking about, of course, Zalis. New player on my radar. He's going up against Punk in pools here. Maybe round 2 or 3. Zalis at this point had already taken out Filipino Man and Wasim. Filipino Man, one of the best Chun-Lis in North America. Wasim, the best Luke out of Saudi Arabia. 2 extremely strong players. So he's already doing surprising work in my eyes. Is now on set point against Punk. It's final game, final round between these two players. Aki versus Cammy. Punk here finds the dive kick into the throw. Zalis finds a perfect parry. Conversion to the coward crouch. Gets the Oki after this. Safe jump into the drive rush. Finds the shimmy. You are poisoned against Aki, and you tech the throw. Fireball trap. Drive rush jab lift to get the heavy serpent lash with the extension. That is a massive conversion into level 3, and Zalis, and the first showing that I have ever seen him in, continues the fairy tale run to take out the Evo champion in pools. Big plays there from Zalis. But what about other, top-level qualified players in this bracket? What about MenaRD? Well, these pools are stacked, and MenaRD is actually going up against DCQ here in pools. He's bringing out the Blanca. DCQ on set point, set to go up 2-0 and put MenaRD into losers in pools. He plants the bomb, the bison, the low connects, gets the pressure after, throws the parry. MenaRD in the corner, low and drive meter, tries to jump away from the meaty. He gets converted on. Bomb planted once again. One throw. You can only take one more throw. What's it going to be? The subtle shimmy, bomb plant, the double shimmy, and DCQ with the perfect puts MenaRD into losers and pools, and I believe that is the number 1 and number 2 seed going to losers in pools already. But the action doesn't stop there. Here we have Polga out of France going up against Higuchi. Higuchi is currently tied for first place in the Japan World Warrior region. He has 90 World Warrior points, tied with Kakadu. That region is super stacked, so the point spread is very condensed. Many players are primed to jump the other. There's still one more World Warrior event left for Japan before they go into the regional finals. But right now, you look at the numbers, Higuchi's the #1 player in Japan right now, going up against Polga out of France. Polga representing the Luke here, but he also used Okuma, Zangief, and I think a fourth character in tournament. Finds the low 4 driver's conversion with the Luke. He's on set point. Higuchi has 0 games. He landed the level 3. Higuchi is about to go into burnout if he can't escape the situation. Polga baits the wake-up flash kick, gets the punish counter conversion, and just goes straight for the DI. Higuchi waked up with a button, but wasn't able to cancel to a super to defend himself. And Polga makes the upset 2-0 over Higuchi in pools. The upsets are not stopping. They're just going full steam ahead. In this bracket, this was pool 2, I believe, had a lot of crazy results. You can see here, Jen, Evo 6th place finisher, Jen out of China, Esports World Cup qualifier. Put MenaRD into losers in that tournament as well. One of the most consistent players since he got 2nd place at Capcom Cup, winning the LCQ in 2022 in the last Capcom Cup in Street Fighter V. He goes down 0-2 round 1 to British Justice. I am told he is like a 1700 MR, maybe a Ryu player. I was trying to get some intel on the player. I couldn't find the match. He loses round 1 in pools. He gets knocked down to losers. He goes on a little bit of a run in losers bracket before having to go up against Higuchi. Higuchi manages to get it together to take out Jen and ZJZ to make his way into top 32. So topsy-turvy pool that we have right here in London. Moving on to some significant top 32 matches. Shax out of UK, one of the most prolific UK players. He doesn't travel as much these days, but he's always been a staple of UK scene, one of the strongest players they have. Is here on set point up against John Takeuchi, the man who put Rashid on the map back in 2016 in Street Fighter V. Now an OG with Rashid at this point. One of the most consistent Japanese players internationally. Survives the Rashid barrage leading up until this point. Gets the level 3 conversion. Finds a burnout, but accidentally does a drive rush cancel into heavy punch, which makes the DI not connect. He got a lock there because it was a block string, which allows John Takeuchi to fight out. He finds the whip punish on towards medium with the sweep, and then gets the meaty dive kick in the scramble. Barely pulls it together after making a comeback from the previous games. And Shax takes a big win over John Takeuchi to move on in top 32 winners side. Meanwhile, we also have Amperor out of South Korea going up against Problem X. Problem X, if you remember, he was the guy who actually won Capcom Cup LCQ 2023 last year. This is kind of like Capcom Cup LCQ, the de facto LCQ this year, since there's no actual qualifying bracket right before Capcom Cup. So can he, summon some of that same magic that he had that fateful day? Well, Amperor here is on set point, but it is 1 game apiece. Can Problem X tie it up with the Bison Ken matchup? Gets the trade on the fireball with the sweep, gets the knockdown. Low forward connects, bomb planted. He's going for Oki, tries to bait out a DP, finds Psycho Crusher. And the level 3 on Wake Up Rago, that was the option. He knew ODDP or level 3, he's dead if it's blocked. Might as well go for the one that's going to put him in a winning position. The level 3 comes out, finds the burnout on Problem X. Problem X is trying to survive. He missed the level 2 input right there. That's what that heavy kick was. Amperor drives in for the chip with the OD Jinrai. Now, whether this level 2 would have connected or not, I honestly can't say. I think it probably would have. He was definitely buffering it. You can see here, as soon as the fireball comes out, the level 2, the knee activates. It probably would have been in time, and we might have had another round to go through. But instead, Amperor moves on, and Problem X drops down to the loser's bracket, where he has to go up against the other man he fought in the Capcom Cup LCQ. If you remember Capcom Cup LCQ, for Season 1 of Street Fighter VI, Punk had one of the most consistent years of any player in Street Fighter VI. Lots of big, super major third-place finishes. 3rd place at EVO. I believe 3rd place also at Gamers 8, the precursor to Esports World Cup, and many other major events. However, he was unable to actually qualify for Capcom Cup because he didn't win any of these events, and he ended up not winning out of his region, the most stacked region in the world besides like Japan, US East. So in Capcom Cup LCQ, Punk gets the Grand Finals winner side, where he actually put Problem X into losers, and Problem X runs it back and dominates Grand Finals, gets the reset, and dominates the bracket reset to get into the Capcom Cup over Punk the God. They are now meeting in losers in top 32 in the de facto LCQ, and it's as close as ever. Final game, final round between these two players. Problem X had a perfect on the board. Punk trying to survive the level 2. Drive reversals to go into burnout on his own terms to avoid the level 2 mix. He's back to neutral. Level 3 on the side of Punk here, so he can confirm into a level 3 if needed. He gets the knockdown. Problem X respects the wake up, respects the super option. Punk fishing for a confirm. He knows that any one of these crouching media punches from Punk could turn into a level 3. He finds the jump in with the back throw to go back to neutral, trying to survive the burnout situation. So much respect for Problem X. He knows how dangerous Punk's hit confirms are. He's not going to attack. He will not get shimmy. You better throw him. But then the staggered DI comes out. Punk puts himself back into burnout again in order to get this DI wall splat to convert to CA. But it's not enough to kill. And then Problem X wakes up with OD Blanca Ball from that far away. This was a wild attempt. I mean, I think that's why he went for it, because Punk was so far away. He figured that maybe Punk would think there's no way he would think to wake up Blanca Ball from this far away, and Punk might go for a sneaky poke or low forward or something, and that's what Problem X was betting on. This was a nuts up ball right here. But Punk baits it out, gets the punish, and Punk already qualified for Capcom Cup because he won EVO, gate kept Problem X from qualifying to Capcom Cup this year. That is the end of his season. You know, he was actually one of the most prolific players this year. He had maybe not the strongest results for a player of his caliber, but he was at every single CPT Premier event. He was competing in the World Warrior Regional Finals for the UK with, I believe, a 4th place finish or a 5th place finish, if I remember correctly. He qualified for Esports World Cup, did his thing there. So he had a decent season, but was unable to put together a performance where he actually qualified by winning 1st place in any of these events. And there will be no LCQ for him to have his retribution. It is the end of the CPT season for Problem X. And then on the other side of this, the other half of the UK Mouse boys, EndingWalker. EndingWalker is another player who's had a fantastic season. Starting off with the 3rd place at EVO with Ed. He's been as prolific as Problem X. They've been traveling the world together. EndingWalker has had many, many strong finishes, many top 8s, and many like top 16s and deep stack brackets, but has not been able, like Problem X, to put together quite potentially a win. He also ended up getting 2nd place in the UK World Warrior Regional Finals to Broski, so was gate kept from qualifying via that event as well. Here he is on set point now using Ryu after Ed received some major nerfs in the most recent balance patch up against Moke, who is also in the winner side of the World Warrior in Japan currently, so one of the most consistent players right now this season in Japan. So they're both fighting for the chance to qualify. Moke, if he doesn't win this tournament, will still have a chance to qualify in the Japan Regional Finals. Of course, that'll be incredibly difficult, but he has an opportunity. This is EndingWalker's last chance for the season, this tournament. Playing Ryu, spacing with the donkey kick, finds the whip punish, gets the confirm, but drops the conversion, doesn't cancel into a special, but finds the pickup after, gets the full conversion this time to level 3. A little bit of a scramble, but he saves it with this combo conversion into level 3. Moke in the corner. Not that much drive meter to his name, no super meters. What's he going to do? Those heavy kick, donkey kicks now do a bar of drive damage for each hit. Moke nearing burnout. EndingWalker whiffing some parries. Kind of weird, uncharacteristic parry whiff attempts from EndingWalker. Moke finds the conversion to push out to the corner, and he gets him to the other side of the screen. Whiff parry again from EndingWalker. Read from Moke gets the throw there. Final potential interaction here between these two players. Moke making the comeback, and jump forward heavy kick? Jump forward heavy kick? I think this was a huge execution error from EndingWalker. We already saw that he had dropped the combo previously before getting the level 3 conversion. And here, I believe he was attempting to use the buffed heavy kick donkey kick, maybe as a footsie tool to try to pressure Moke's drive gauge. That would take a full bar of drive gauge away from Moke, but instead just accidentally hits up forward heavy kick and jumps at Moke and gets punished instead. Huge mistake from EndingWalker, ends up dropping down to loser's bracket as Moke moves on the winner's side. Meanwhile, in losers, EndingWalker ends up going up against a fellow UK player, Boltstrike. You know, Boltstrike, I gotta say, he's like the low-tier hero. He's constantly, going between characters that are a little bit untraditional and not as represented, and usually referred to as being a little bit lower in the tier list. Lower tier, but still kind of strong. But he's been settling into Jamie for quite some time, even though he likes to hop around in the cast, and has become like one of the representative Jamie players, especially out of Europe, and represented Jamie at Street Fighter League EU. Here, Boltstrike is going up against EndingWalker. He's in the corner here. EndingWalker, around a piece with these two players, uses the string into Odi Hashogeki to force a mutual burnout situation. Boltstrike swings for the fences with level 3, but no punish! EndingWalker dropped a basic level 3 on block punish. That was the game. That was the round for EndingWalker guaranteed. Just heavy punch DP level 3. Somehow, EndingWalker drops it. Boltstrike alive with level 4 Jamie. Wake up jump light kick again. Who knows what that was? Maybe wake up level 3 with kicks. Boltstrike throws him and gets the round, but just a bunch of uncharacteristic flubs, unfortunately, from EndingWalker, cost him this round, which was 100% guaranteed as soon as he blocked this level 3. This was supposed to be a guaranteed combo, and for some reason, he just couldn't get the timing correct to get that punish to take this round. But he's still in the tournament, still has a game left to play with, so what did he do with it? Well, Boltstrike is now on set point over EndingWalker. EndingWalker trying to fight back, mid-screen throw. The jump dive kick over the towards heavy punch from Boltstrike, getting the Dreeks going. Punish on the dive kick from EndingWalker. Misses the Tatsu. That was supposed to be Tatsu. Instead, he gets jump back heavy kick. Loses the Oki, but he's trying to regain his composure here. Boltstrike with the Abare finds the knockdown. Mid-screen throw. Gets the drink game going. Drive rush forward after the throw. Into the OD breakdance. Into the level 2 conversion. Full combo conversion. Reads the fireball. And Boltstrike eliminates EndingWalker 2-0. Huge upset. Boltstrike, super strong player, but this was just not expected. First of all, the Jamie pick, fan favorite. I don't think Jamie's that weak anymore, but he's always super underrepresented, so people love to see him do work. But yeah, just some actual on-the-nose execution errors from EndingWalker, and Boltstrike took advantage, played great, did his thing, and wow, that was a great read on the fireball, the drive rush towards OD breakdance. And Boltstrike is the man who ended EndingWalker's CPT season. 3rd place at EVO, all around the world. 2nd place in the regional finals. All for naught. Brutal game. On to the next match, though. Moke, who had that fantastic performance against EndingWalker, is looking to get into top 8 winner side. But he's going up against one Garnet. Now, if you watched Capcom Cup 2023 last year, you might have recognized Garnet from that Capcom Cup. He qualified out of the World Warrior program, hailing from Italy. He is in position right now to potentially qualify again out of the Europe S World Warrior, so he does have that option available, but he wants to get it done right now, this tournament. Of course, if you can qualify, you want to take any opportunity you can. Here, they're both on set point. Fantastic set between these two players. Garnet with an early start, drive rush canceled to a tick jab to bait out the OD up kicks from Moke. Big damage, and look at the drive gauge damage for Moke. That is so bad. Checks the dash forward with the down back heavy punch. Huge advantage here to Garnet. Trying to control space. Gets the throw in the parry. Burnout for Moke. This is disaster. Gets the throw. He's in chip range now. Garnet working on a perfect versus Moke. He backs off to respect the super, but suddenly finds himself getting burned out in return with a whiff parry, blocking the overhead attempt. Moke then chases him down, snipes him out of the air while Garnet's throwing an air fireball to get the jump medium kick to cause the float knockdown convert into level 3 CA, which flips the tables in terms of drive meter. One last interaction. You can low profile this. Moke low profiles it, goes for an optimal conversion, but messes up and eats the level 2 on the way down. This was a huge mistake from Moke. So the way this level 2 works from Dalsum, he does have different strengths which control the arc at which the level 2 comes out and comes down with, and he can also charge it to modify how long he's actually holding it for. You are able to hold down back or do a low attack meaty to low profile it so it doesn't hit you, but you have to have specific combos that are able to actually pass through and low profile the super if you're going to go for a more optimal combo. However, you don't have to do that at all. There is an option to simply just throw him. You forego the most optimal punish on a wake up super attempt, but you could simply wait here, wait for a little while, wait for him to release the fireball, and then as the fireball is coming down, do a punish counter throw. It wouldn't do that much damage in this situation, but remember, Dalsum, he has 0 super meter in the situation. Even if he had 1 super meter, it doesn't matter. His level 1 is not invincible. After Moke would throw him here, he would be able to avoid the fireball during the animation of the throw, then get a guaranteed checkmate DI stun to then kill Garnet. I think Moke went to some like super autopilot specific combo that would potentially low profile or avoid the fireball somehow. I'm not sure exactly what he was planning. I don't play Chun-Li, so I don't know what the tech interaction would be here. But it feels like Moke went for something that was a little bit more advanced and optimal than he really needed to go for. If he kept it simple, did a throw punish and DI, he would have won this set. Instead, what happened to him was every player's worst nightmare when fighting against Sim. Messes up, eats the knowledge check, feels goofy about it, and goes down to losers. But Garnet played amazing this set, and with a little hint of luck at the end, manages to make it into top 8 winners side. Wow, dramatic. On the loser side, though, we have an interesting matchup. Punk versus Hurricane. Now, these two have shared some choice words on Twitter in the past about their opinions of each other's respective Cammy playing skills. And now Punk is here playing its Hurricane. I believe they squashed the beef long ago. This might have been more Street Fighter V era, but it is interesting to see the showdown happening here in UK Hurricane's stomping grounds, where he lives and trains in the world of Street Fighter. In the Cammy mirror here, both players on set point. We have a final game, final round situation. Punk in the pink leotard, Hurricane in his signature blue hood here. Punk, dive kick to back throw. Hurricane tries to sneak one past Punk, and Punk tries to sneak one past Hurricane with that DI, which doesn't quite hit the wall, puts himself in burnout with the offensive sequence. And here, instead, they both have level 3. Hurricane finds the punish counter dive kick, finds the conversion to level 3, and that will be all she wrote. Hurricane is going to take it 2-1 over Punk and eliminate the EVO champion in the Cammy mirror. To reiterate what's actually happening here, in this situation, after he got this throw, Hurricane tried to do a surprise hooligan to grab, which would be able to then combo to level 3. So crazy that Cammy can just randomly command grab you mid-screen like that. Punk happens to duck it, but doesn't do the most optimal conversion. And then this DI reset was extremely clever from Punk, but the problem was he wanted the wall splat. He was just pixels away from the wall splat. Look how close he is to getting wall splat right there. If he was just like a pixel or two closer, that would have been a wall splat into a conversion into the level 3, and Punk would have taken the round. So close for either player for taking the round right there. But then at the end of it, Punk doesn't take advantage of the corner positioning as best as he could. Hurricane fights back and takes this set, and Punk is eliminated in top 32 in the Cammy mirror. Big plays to Punk, big plays to Hurricane. Now, if we take a look at the matches that we didn't cover here in the videos, Hurricane actually dropped down to losers to Killzyou. Killzyou took out NL out of South Korea. NL actually recently qualified by winning the South Korea regional finals. And then Killzyou went on to beat Hurricane as well to make top 8 winners. Killzyou, one of the most consistent players out of France for a long time. Already qualified out of the France World Warrior region. So he's also one of the players who's here to gatekeep for the hell of it. Shax, after taking out John Takeuchi, also takes out DCQ 2-0. Big plays for the UK Cammy here. He now has a top 8 winners position in his hometown. Amperor goes on to take out Polga, who had a great run. The guy who put Higuchi into losers. Garnet over Moke. On the loser side here, Zalis, who ended up putting Punk into losers, actually takes out Boltstrike before falling to DCQ. Moke ends up eliminating Higuchi. Higuchi actually took out Hikaru. Hikaru was there, the best Japanese Aki player, had a lot of great matches, but was unable to actually put it together to make it all the way into a top 8 run, but I really enjoyed watching him play. And MenaRD was silently in the background, running through losers bracket, taking out Wasim, NL, Lex, and Polga. Polga being the only match that was streamed. All of his other matches were off stream up until that point to secure another CPT Premier Top 8. And thus we have our final bracket for the final offline CPT event of the season. Killzyou versus Shax. Once again, Killzyou qualified via the France World Warrior region. Shax did not qualify out of any World Warrior region, did not really travel that much this season. He was not in the running for the UK World Warrior regional finals. This is his final chance to earn a qualification into Capcom Cup. He has no other options remaining. Amperor just recently got second place to NL in the South Korea regional final. This is his absolute last chance to qualify for Capcom Cup. Garnet, he does have one more chance. He would love to get it done today, get it done right now, but Garnet is in the Europe West regional final, so if he doesn't get it done here, he has that option available to him. Hurricane, he just got third in the UK World Warrior regional finals. He lost to the eventual champion Broski and then EndingWalker in losers, so this is his absolute last chance to qualify. DCQ out of China, he ended up actually getting second in the regional finals in China to VX Bao. This is his absolute last chance to qualify. MenaRD, already qualified, here to play for the hell of the game. He's chilling right there, just trying to play some Street Fighter 6. Moke, he does have another chance to qualify in the Japan World Warrior, but of course, he'd like to get it done right now. So, with the stakes at play, we can go ahead and get into the games. Let's take a look at MenaRD versus Moke here. Moke, as you can see here, 2 up over MenaRD on set point. Moke actually did attempt, MenaRD did attempt to use M. Bison for the first game against Chun-Li. It did not go too well, where he promptly switched to his Blanca and stuck to Blanca for the rest of the set. Here, MenaRD finds a throw, low forward conversion to the level 2, forces the burnout onto Moke, trying to make something happen, uses the level 2 extension to push to the corner, but Moke just confidently jumps out of the corner back to mid-screen, nullifying the danger of the level 2 here. Wake-up drive reversal from MenaRD is a no-go. Walks up and throws the parry to Moke. One more conversion to level 3 will be all she wrote. Nice up kicks from Moke. Nice up kicks again. His anti-airs are so on point. And the meaty heavy punch from Moke to secure the counter hit and the conversion. Solid, extremely strong 3-0 from Moke with Chun-Li over MenaRD. He did not like how Garnet did him dirty. He beat the crap out of Higuchi, and then he beat the crap out of MenaRD after that. So Moke is out for revenge from how Garnet did him dirty in the top 16 winners qualifier. As the top 8 moves on, Killzyou ends up slowing down Shax's fairy tale run here. Takes it 3-1 to go into winners finals, and Amperor takes it 3-1 over Garnet as well, setting up a Killzyou Armperor winners finals showdown. DCQ ends up eliminating Hurricane, and Moke ended up eliminating MenaRD. DCQ then ends Garnet's fairy tale run 3-1 in the Bison Sim matchup, and Moke takes out Shax, the hometown hero, the last remaining UK player in the bracket, 3-1 as well. Which takes us to our winners finals. Killzyou up against Amperor. Killzyou playing for experience, playing for the hell of the game, thinking about going back to, he's originally not even a Street Fighter player. Killzyou actually plays, what is it? Not FIFA, not even the new rebranded FIFA. He plays like Professional Soccer League, the other FIFA competitor game. That is actually his original full-time competitive game, even when he was doing great in Street Fighter 5. I think he just recently switched over to focusing full-time on Street Fighter 6. So he's chilling, big chilling, while Amperor is sweating here, trying to make his way into Capcom Cup, but it's set point between these two players. Final game, final round. Amperor has Killzyou in the corner. Throw loop for your winner's bracket life. Killzyou doesn't bite. He says, please throw me. Immediate attempt. It's a no-go, but the jump heavy punch from Jury. Killzyou made so much effective use of jump heavy punch to either side swap or to disrupt certain footsie patterns because you weren't going to be able to anti-air that. Finds the meaty conversion to level 3 and gets the easy meaty. Amperor getting counter hit there, trying to do something on Wake Up, and Killzyou goes into winners finals. The one person left in this bracket who doesn't need to qualify for Capcom Cup is the one who makes it into grand finals winner's side, which means, just to explain how this works, if the person who wins the tournament or is in grand finals winner's side is already qualified, that means that whoever gets to grand finals by winning losers finals automatically earns a qualification spot. The spot that remains for Capcom Cup goes to the next placing person who isn't already qualified. There was 8 people in this tournament who were already qualified for Capcom Cup. We could have ended up with a really silly situation where like top 4 is all already qualified players. That didn't come to be, but it just shows you like the limits to the extent of this format when you allow qualified players to enter. Weird things could potentially happen. But that means that now losers finals is the true grand finals of the tournament. The players are here for the Capcom Cup qualification spot. Now, whoever wins losers finals to fight Killzyou in grand finals is the one who earns the Capcom Cup qualification spot. So that is the match to look out for. So Amperor will be waiting in losers finals now to see who he has to play to potentially make it into Capcom Cup. Going on to the rest of the losers semifinals here, Moke versus DCQ. It's 2-2 now. Moke had a strong start. DCQ finally started to bring him back against Moke. He's on set point now against Moke. In the corner, though, defending. Moke with the strong life lead. Finds the counter hit poke. Plants the bomb. What's the mix? Into the throw. Moke blocks. Low forward scissor kicks. Gives him another turn with the bomb explosion. Takes the throw. Takes the throw. Moke doing exactly what you're supposed to do by the textbook. You should take the throw, right? It's less risk, less damage, but you can't take that many throws. Now you won't survive the next one, so he wakes up OD up kicks. DCQ actually went for that final throw in this situation. puts Moke back into the corner with a drive reversal. Low forward connects. One more throw for your troubles. Moke, after having a legendary run, is eliminated, and DCQ moves on. I just want to highlight Moke's run again. He took out Nemo, EndingWalker, Higuchi, losing to Garnet, MenaRD, Shax, before losing to DCQ 2-3. So Moke, once again, will have another chance in the Japan World Warrior Regional Finals, potentially. I mean, there's still the 5th event. Who knows if he's going to make it in winners or losers after that one. I don't know. The point spread is so narrow. Anything could happen after one event. But he still has a chance. But meanwhile, Killzyou, chilling in grand finals, doing it for the love of the game, looking to add a CPT Premier win to his resume, but not stressing the fact that he needs to win to get into Capcom Cup, the main prize of them all. He is there playing with no skin off his back. Meanwhile, though, on the loser side, we have 2 players who have a lot to lose. Looking at DCQ. DCQ actually is a really interesting player because he actually had a great 2024 season. He got 2nd place at CEO 2024, an Esports World Cup qualifier. He actually failed to qualify for Esports World Cup at DreamHack Dallas, ending in, normally tied for 9th place. He got 10th place because they had to do a tiebreaker. Top 8 and above would have qualified for Esports World Cup. He ended up losing that by 1 game and then losing the tiebreaker by 1 game to not get 9th place, which would have given him the qualification to Capcom Cup. So he had to go to the final qualifier for Esports World Cup, which was CEO, and he got in by the skin of his teeth again here by getting 2nd place to Punk, who was already qualified. So had a great showing at CEO, barely making it into Esports World Cup. But then in his World Warrior region in China, Xiao Hai is the player who qualified via the auto qualifier by having the most number of points. DCQ actually ended up in the regional final starting in loser's side because he was ranked 5th in the points, I believe. So he wins 3-2 his first set, 3-2 his second set, 3-2 over Jen in the third set, 3-0 over Plaster King, and then against VX Bao in grand finals resets the bracket 3-0 before losing 3-1 to VX Bao, and VX Bao takes the qualification spot in the regional finals in China, and DCQ is left without a Capcom Cup qualification. And remember, DCQ, it's not his first Capcom Cup. He's been multiple times. And in fact, he placed 5th place in Capcom Cup in 2023. But not only did he place 5th place, look at how close he came to changing his tax bracket for that year. In winners finals or winner semis, he loses 3-1 to DCQ. 3-1 to Chris Wong. If he had won that match, he would have guaranteed himself 3rd place and $200,000. In loser side, he loses to NL 2-3. If he had won that match, he would have guaranteed himself 4th place, $100,000. DCQ got into top 8 winners and then lost his next 2 sets to be eliminated at 5th place, securing him $10,000. Great prize money, but if you put it into perspective, he lost a $190,000 money match straight into losing another $90,000 money match. He was this close to actually paying off all the travel, all the sacrifice, and all the effort he put in for the year. But he couldn't cross that finish line. And now he finds himself in another position, getting this close to qualifying via the World Warrior Regional Finals in China. He needs to win one more set. On the other hand, his opponent, Amperor, had a really dominant season in the Korea World Warrior region. In fact, he was the number 1 ranked player in South Korea, 140 points. Second place was 105. He was getting first place. He was getting second place. He was getting second place. He was getting first place. He was getting second place. He was the most consistent player by far. But then it came time for the regional finals, where NL ends up taking that tournament and Amperor gets second. After so much consistency in his region throughout that whole year, he fell short right when it mattered the most. Now these two players go head to head. After getting so close to achieving their goals so many times before, it's time to see which one of these players will be gatekept again and which one of these players will make it into Capcom Cup. Starting off with the first game, Amperor up around here, both players in burnout, 20% remaining on each life bar. Amperor with the run shenanigans, finds a quick low forward. DCQ trying to walk away from the pressure, converts into the level 3. Amperor, this offensive rushdown with Ken, takes the first game. 2 more games remaining for Capcom Cup qualification. Leading into the next round. Amperor up around here already. DCQ trying to fight off, going down 2-0. The meaty run overhead connects for Amperor, converts, and then meaty DI. 2 reaction checks back to back to back right there. DCQ doesn't respond appropriately. Amperor is, he's cruising his way into potentially a Capcom Cup qualification point here. 2-0 up, Amperor over DCQ. Next game, though, DCQ, Signs of Life, around on the board. It's tournament or set point for Amperor, qualification point for Amperor. DCQ fighting to stay alive. He's come so far this season. This is it. This is the set to get it done. Round begins. DCQ finds the driver's jab conversion. Bomb planted. Guesses correctly on Oki. Finally gets a shimmy out of Amperor. Full conversion with the bomb explosion. Plants it once more. What are you going to do, Amperor? What's the guess? You take the throw. One more guess again with the bomb planted. Big shimmy. Conversion. Maximum damage. Stand heavy punch into the level 2. Perfect game on the board for DCQ. We have a set 2-1 currently in the set. Now we head into a final round situation in the next game. Once again, qualification point for Amperor. DCQ trying to stay alive. Baits out the wake up DP. We're 10 seconds in, and Amperor is down to a last bar drive meter. In fact, he's down to less than a bar drive meter. Proper conversion from DCQ into the level 2. What's he going to do? He wakes up level 3. He needs to rebuild the drive meter. He goes for the fences. DCQ neutral jump so he doesn't get the full animation, but it's enough. And then DCQ tries to check the Dragon Lash, but does crouching jab, and the Dragon Lash avoids it. Gives Amperor the corner. 1 throw. 2 throw. Capcom Cup qualification on the line. Will you tech? 3 throw. 1 more. He techs with it all on the line. Driver's jab connects, but he doesn't get the conversion. It's spaghetti everywhere. Amperor backs off to reset the situation. Perfect parries from DCQ to survive. Checks the drive rush run, but he drops the combo. Jab, jab to back fist. Doesn't connect. In the pressure, he cracked, and Amperor gets the punish on the misplaced back fist. And Amperor earns his qualification into Capcom Cup over DCQ, who has come so close to life-changing money, so close to Esports World Cup qualification, so close to Capcom Cup 2024 qualification. And Amperor, after being the best in his region but being denied his spot, pops off, celebrates. He knows he's gotten the job done. The triumph and the defeats, the contrast of it all, the drama of competition. It's crazy. But notice he locks it right away, man. I gotta respect it. He just qualified for Capcom Cup. He gives the pop-off. But he's not done yet because he wants a CPT Premier under his belt. He wants the trophy. He wants the first place on the resume. And he proceeds to do the victory lap, reset the bracket versus Killzyou, finds himself on tournament point this time. Killzyou eventually switched from Jury to Cammy. He brings it to 2 games apiece. Tournament point here. Amperor has Killzyou in the corner. 1 throw. 2 throw. What do you do, Killzyou? Jab, staggers, are defended against. Backdashes out of the throw. Finds the low forward connection. And there's the simple conversion and the pop-up. Amperor doesn't go out with just the Capcom Cup qualification. He came for it all. He came for the win. He came for the trophy. And Amperor is feeling like the king of the world because he's the Kings of the World champion and has earned the final qualification spot into Capcom Cup. There he is with the trophy. Holds it up for the world to see. Reveling in the moment right now. He's like, where's that camera? Tell me where to stare. I will look into the camera. There we go. He earned the smirk. He earned it. The signature smirk from Amperor. And what does the champion, the king of the world, have to say about this himself? Here he is with the beautiful trophy. You are the king. Amperor. I won, but I'm still in shock. I won with a completely unexpected play, but I want to focus more and show better plays at the Capcom Cup. I'm so happy that I finally repaid the support of those who cheered me on. Spirit Zero, thank you so much for supporting me until the end. And thank you for watching. Congrats again to Amperor. It was a beautiful showing, and I appreciate all the support on these videos covering the Capcom Cup qualifiers. Capcom Cup will be going down in Japan in March. There might be a few more updates in the meantime between then. But until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.